guy that's setting up another guy, but you know the coverage dictates that you get more. So it kind of keeps guys running and keeps you keep you alive in every route. Because you know, I've been part of whether it's college or early in my career, whatever it may be, where you know you kind of
I never see this. The 7, okay, put me on the road trip.
Josh is
Rookie, like, yeah, he does it.
brilliant football mind. You're really struggling with that door over there. That Vegas win. But, yeah, right. Or he did, you know.
Yeah, but that's what
yeah, I
I
mean,
guard the start, obviously.
It keeps every guy alive on the offense, but, you know, you can get it. And, you know, there's so many different things that kind of vary up and keep the defense honest within each route, too. So it makes it pretty tough for the defense.
Oh my God, they're both done. I remember honestly being the lead.
I didn't know anything about that. I mean, that'd be cool. I think, you know, Fresno State's earn the right to have that type of, and that also, I think things like that could help with, you know, recruiting as well. So, I think it'd be cool. I think definitely they got the personnel for it, and definitely the coaching staff. A lot of guys over there. So,
on first down, Bryant flushed out right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Forced out to his left. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Eluding the pressure right. That one complete. He finds Shark. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 4 catches, 74 yards, and a touchdown. That'll be caught right side. Chenault with it. And the Jags are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a first and goal.
And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
This Colts D up to the challenge so far, but they need another stop here on 3rd and goal. He'll decide to keep this once more. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. This offense will head back out there already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. On 1st and 10, Bryant flush to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
Eluding the pressure right. Finding an open man along the sideline, that's Chenault. And the Jaguars are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Robinson And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Even if you go even Hall of Famer to Hall of Fame.
We drop you in now to first quarter action as the offense begins this drive. Throwing on first down, Bryant. He releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Throwing again. Bryant escaping the pressure right. This is Chenault on the receiving end. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Hands it off out of the gun. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. Well, they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all I talk about.
Subscription you want to cancel.
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
I said black and silver. Y'all should have called me out. It's silver and black. Thank you for coming for my TED Talk. All right, go ahead.
All right, we got to ask about the Matt Collins smile. It's kind of
Oh,
live episode. What's going on with that? What is that all about?
I mean, it's probably way further than what it actually is. It's just I always run a mile after every workout, and then like some of the guys start seeing it and they start doing it. And at this level, every player can run a mile, no problem after every workout. There's no time on it. There's no speed on it. You just have to do it. So it's just mental. So you do a hard workout during OTAs, you do a hard lift, and at the end of the day, I can still do a mile. So when you're 3rd, 4th quarter, and I'm hurting, but I can still do a mile. I can still get a couple more plays. That's the mindset behind it.
Did it carry over to training camp or is it off limits?
It'll go on and off during training. It won't be every day during training camp. I'll do probably more MAC miles than other guys.
Aaron tried to say what it was, and he was a little confused on the laps.
It sounds like more than a mile.
Like, can you tell us? It sounded more than a mile.
So it's 2.5 laps, not counting end zones. So from bottom left corner, go around left corner.
They go play action here on first down. This complete right side to the tight end Farrell. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Bryant. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. Back to the air on second down. Bryant flush to his right. Dancing away at the 35. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. On third down, Robinson. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. 4th down now after a loss of 2. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. That was conditioning. So this offense will head back out there already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops. and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Back to throw. Bryant. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. So back to live action. Let's see what this offense can do here on this play. On first down, Bryant. Flushed out right. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Eluding the pressure right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, Bryant. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And, oh, that one's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
That one brought back a few nightmares because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Corey Willis. And the Colts will take over here. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Bryant. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. Finding some room at midfield. And down right around the 37. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Looking downfield for Jones. And this one is incomplete.
But depending on the team, they call that an explosive play or a chunk play, the one that they got on the previous one. They tried to go back and get another one, didn't they?
They did, but unsuccessful on that 2nd attempt. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Bryant. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
The kick by Lambo is good. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Eluding the pressure right. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Bryant escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll look to throw again. Flush to his right. Space to run past the 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. Looking to throw. Bryant sliding out of the pocket to the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will do it. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Flush down right. Man open, here is Jones. And they work this out past the 25. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. On 1st and 10, Bryant eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. They'll have a first down past the 40. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. And they're going to speed things up here. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bryant, and a dump off here to Robinson. And he gets it down to the 32. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
What I can tell you about Josh is first time I got here, it's been a real positive guy.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Bryant dancing to his left. Here's the tight end. This is Landry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout the...
Touchdown, Jaguars! LaVisca Chenault, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
Oh, man. I'll stand on that. I'll stand on that, man. Listen, I love Jermaine. He's a great teammate, man. But guys,
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. 3rd quarter here at Indy. This is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Bryant. The left side completion to Jones. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 38-yard line. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Again, it's Robinson. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. Looking to throw. Bryant. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Robinson. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Off play action. Bryant. He'll buy some time right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also,
and he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
But he sent this one up.
Late stages of the game here in the 4th quarter as this offense takes over 1st and 10. Now ETN to start the drive. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Flushed out right. Room to run past midfield. And finally brought down at the 38. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Bryant. And Jones has it over the middle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd and 1. Eluding the pressure right. And Shark calls it in. Touchdown. DJ Shark. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. On 1st down, Robinson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Robinson. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This time it's 3rd and 3. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. And he'll let this one go deep for Chuck. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Robinson again, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. That's a big deal for everybody out there playing in the NFL like that, you know. So for them, that's a football. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll run on 1st down. Robinson. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. To throw on 2nd down. Bryant. Caught on the right side by Jones. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Bryant to the right side and complete to Landry. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bryant. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. So on 4th down, they're going to go again. Keep in mind, they're 3 of 4 so far in these situations. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's caught. It's the tight end, Tyler Davis. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Robinson. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
And I think what's interesting, and we talk about kind of just those 3 guys, or Johnson, Turner.
That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Look at a spin. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. The kick by Lambeau is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. He's
on a lot of different groups in special teams, and then also as a returner as well.
Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll get this up past the 45 and the 47. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Here's the option going left on 2nd down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Again, it's Etienne off the option. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Operating from the gun. Bryant. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. They begin the drive with Robinson, and he'll wind up picking up about 4, as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. And quickly, they get to the line. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. The keeper good for only 4, and that's going to lead to a 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend. Always a good sign when you're first. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay. So now we're in the final minute of the game in the 4th quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. That one looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
There's always a position on these teams.
To throw on 2nd down. Bryant. And it's caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now it's looking incredible.
And if he's got some explosiveness in his legs, which we'll be able to see, once they put the pads on, able to run through that contact, that's where I'm going to kind of be watching him to see maybe how that height, helps him out with the leverage game. Yeah, and I, like I said, I do that. I think we all need to kind of collectively keep our eye on it, right? We're not going to
anoint anyone anything as we record this on July 4th.
Wentz now on first down.
It is weird.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped in incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
So for the Jags, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And another date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll look to regroup next week as they...
Look at what he did. I mean, poor A.J. Cole has been a ghost all of his first 4 days of camp. I know he hangs out on that far field, and I assume he's getting his work in, but we don't see a whole lot of him. But we did get Carlson kind of in that live period. We had the crowd noise cooked in. Ends the session on, I believe, the 58-yarder is what our guy Keith said. And looking good, right? Obviously not looking
okay, the wait is over. It's time to reveal our trivia question of the week. So let's get right to it. According to Next Gen Stats, who recorded the fastest speed in the NFL last season? Now let's see who can be the fastest to send us the right answer. All right. And the guess is already rolling in. Yeah, and all right, and like clockwork, here comes the class clown. No, Tom Brady is not the answer, okay? But I know this. I know he might be the quickest to remind you he's got 7 Super Bowl rings. As we continue to scroll along here, look, Tyreek Hill, that's a great choice. And he was the fastest wide receiver last season. But no, it wasn't the cheetah. And I'm looking through here, there's more than a couple people. Another one there saying Lamar Jackson. But you won't find a single quarterback among the fastest times from last year. Looking more, wow. I don't think anyone's going to get this. Final call. All right, here we go. The answer is Raheem.
Panic button out there or anything. The guy still does his thing. I love the fact that they incorporated the music and the fan noise back into it today. Adds that interesting element into things. Because it's been so quiet. I noted when I was talking to Q the other day on the radio, as I was talking to him, I realized, I'm like, wait, there's been no music out there. It's weird being at a practice with no music, but pumping it in at a specific time to try and create that distraction, I think was awesome.
And we've talked about, really throughout the entirety of camp, we're going to learn a little bit more about what a Josh McDaniels practice looks like, what a Dave Ziegler kind of, practice looks like. And I think we're getting a better idea of that now. I think it's important that we say we're 4 days in, 5 days in, whatever it is. But we are starting to kind of understand the cadence a little bit of kind of the method behind the madness, so to speak. And so I think as we get closer into camp, and really once the pads come
this
on,
is your development trait.
Much better idea of what's
Superstar
the duration of the year.
Yeah, and I think things are going to change, as we go deeper into camp. Because look, this is a new coaching staff. This is their first time here running through a training camp as a member, as a coaching staff of the Oakland Raiders, Las Vegas Raiders. Wow, I haven't done that in a while. Yeah, I haven't done that in a while, man. But this is their first, go around with this, and I think we're going to see that kind of continue to develop as they install more of their offense and defense, and they really start to get a handle on it. McDaniels noted that, they're doing more of the fundamentals and really concentrating on that communication. The communication aspect is never going to go away. Fundamentals will always be there in individual drill, but more so in the team aspect of things. We're seeing a lot of these guys, run their routes and their concepts on air. That's going to go away more and more as we get deeper into practice.
And to your point, too, we talked about, this first year of his staff and the adjustments. And Dave Ziegler has told us on several occasions, he goes, look, we are always reevaluating the process, right? He's like, we're not a group of guys that we're going to wait till the end of the season to say, hey, in hindsight, we should have done this a little bit different. He's like, we're a day of, let's recap the day. How can we get better in this day? And so I think, to your point, it will be interesting as we get through camp. Do we see things that are a little bit different? Are there some tweaks to the schedule, tweaks to how many periods they run, and all that kind of stuff? So it'll be exciting to see just that constant evolution of this program under McDaniels and Z's. see.
And I think that's the right way to do it. You see so many different, whether it's a normal, average Joe or whoever, people that are just, resistant to change and adapting. Being able to adapt is a massive thing. And learning from, hey, what does work, what doesn't work. They noted they're going to see how things go with the weather out here because it is hot in Vegas. Newsflash. So far, it hasn't been too bad.
Yesterday was lovely. We recorded this Sunday, yesterday on our Saturday practice.
Yeah.
It was fantastic out there. We had to deal with those heavy winds that last period of practice. We had a little bit of rain, but in terms of what you're going to get for a late July day in Vegas, it was about as nice as you can hope for.
Yeah, exactly. That's they'll go indoors for the first time next week. I'm curious to see what their thoughts are after going indoors, after being out of the elements and that. But yeah, it's been a nice balance of what they've done thus far. And again, I'm excited to see how much the structure of practice changes once they do throw the pads on.
Yeah, another thing that we are both excited about, we were excited about, is we got a chance to sit down and talk to Anthony Averett today. A guy that comes in, and we were talking about it, and obviously you guys will play the interview in a sec, but very kind of Casey Hayward-esque energy, Casey Hayward-esque vibes. A guy who just seems very confident, kind of that quiet confidence of this is who I am, this is what my expectation is for the year, I'm going to go out and do my thing.
Yeah, just real chill guy, It was a good time chopping it up with him, too, and, he's just an athlete. Guy comes in with 4.3 speed, out on the edge there. EA did a nice little breakdown of him. If you haven't seen it, you got to check that out on the training camp show. This is a guy that I'm really high on. I haven't been shy about that at all. I think he's really going to push for that starting role. Once Trayvon's healthy, there's going to be a real healthy competition, for that spot.
Yeah, and I think healthy competition at the end of the day is the best thing possible for this team and really any team in the NFL. So I hope you guys enjoy our conversation with quarterback Anthony Averett.
6XM puts you inside the Raiders training camp. Catch all the info on the team, plus your music, talk, comedy, and more. Subscribe now and get your first 3 months free. Be there with the Raiders.
Steve, I'm feeling good. Feel good out here. I'm ready to go though. I can tell you that. Definitely ready to go. This thing is Las Vegas Raiders. Dry smell. Do something to me. I don't know. First day feel good. Back to black, Hey, can't complain.
We're hanging out here with Anthony Averett. And Anthony, sometimes the football gods and the content gods, they get together and they meet. And what happens is great, because today, hanging out with Jesse Merrick, we're watching practice, and the play of the day belongs to you, sir, going foot for foot, stride for stride with Devontae Adams. Beautiful pass breakup. Just walk me through that, man. That's a pretty nice way to get going early in the game.
Oh, yeah. Me and Devontae pretty much definitely went to his Adams and just one on. So, yeah, I think the photo passed later on down sideline. Similar play, too, as well. But, that play, he just went, inside. I just pretty much made it better.
Yeah, to your point, Devontae's going to get his, but it must be nice for you and the collection of DBs to be like, this is a guy we're going to go toe-to-toe, we're going to get better with, and he's going to be there just as a great resource for you guys all throughout camp.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's kind of like, now, stone type of thing. He's definitely going to get me better for sure. Definitely going to get him better as well. So, I get hands-on, he's going to defeat. So, we just been battling work, all practice all I can.
Yeah, like I said, good on good in that aspect for sure. I'm curious too, man. For you, being a free agent coming here, what was the biggest thing that stood out to you? Choose one to be a Raider.
Oh yeah, I definitely the opportunity. I saw the coaches that were here. So it's like the good defensive line that we have here for sure as well. I knew they probably need a little help in the back end. I just want to be that guy to help these guys.
Yeah. Also, too, you had some history with Ryan as well. Did you what was your kind of take on him? Was he part of why he wanted to come?
Yeah, definitely. I know he had a good pitch with me. Definitely bringing me in here, and I faced a lot of these teams in this division. So once faced these guys in the division last year, I'm pretty confident about facing them this year too as well.
We were talking about that on the elevator right up here about kind of the scheduling oddity of last year, where the Ravens played all 4 teams in the AFC West in the first 6 weeks of the regular season. So obviously you remember that game that we loved here Monday night. I don't know how great it was for you guys, but it is pretty wild to think that, hey, I did all that last year, and now I'm going to face those same dudes again, those same quarterbacks again in 2022.
Yeah, man, that just gives me, great confidence and just, now I get to play them twice a year, so, just be a part of this, organization. It's just a blessing, really.
Yeah, and well, last year, too, we were watching some of the cut-ups. EA, Eric Allen, he broke down some of your tape, was very complimentary of your work and showed some of those games against the Broncos, the Chiefs, and a lot of times for you last year, you started 14 games last year. You drew a lot of the top targets. What was that experience like for you? Because that was your first time really getting that kind of hurt.
Oh, that experience, it was great, man. I definitely needed it, man. Just getting that experience, and, for the next year, I feel like every year I got better, and I feel like this year is going to be that year, or even more better, So I'm just excited to see, see what happens, and, make some plays out there for us.
It's one of those things, too, where we were talking about, it kind of took you a minute to get your opportunity to play regularly, but I was going through the snap counts, man, and once you got that opportunity, you were coming off the field, right?
Yeah, I was there.
I'm looking, it's 100, 98, 99, 89, like...
Yeah, it's definitely always been a model for me, man. Once I, touch the field, man, I'm not getting all, that was my goal.
What was that like, though, initially going from, not playing a ton to all of a sudden hitting snap counts like that? Did it take some, all right, hey, I got to up the conditioning, or what was the deal?
Oh, definitely. You definitely conditioning. You just got used to the rep counts. You talk, playing about 40 plays, and, now you double that now. So you definitely, get your legs, gotta get the cold tub.
that first game after you went nearly wire to wire, what does the body feel like the next morning there? Because like you said, to your point, it's just a different, your body's going to go and react in a different type of way.
Definitely, definitely, plays a toll on you for sure. First season doing, playing a lot of football like that. That first game, overtime.
Yeah.
Crazy here. That was crazy here. So, everybody know how that went. And I was just crazy atmosphere.
You probably slept real well that night, huh?
Very well.
That's right out. Yeah, I can only imagine it. And so now coming here, new defense with Patrick Graham. What's been your take on it thus far? What are some of the things that you like, and maybe how your skill set fits into it?
Yeah, I feel like my skill set fits well with it. It's a little bit of everything, man. Zone and everything. It's everything. So, that's pretty much what I wanted to do. It's one of the reasons why I came here, too, as well. So, I think it's going to be a great opportunity for me.
I know you were mentioning Eric Allen's breakdown of on the training camp special when we first got in here, but I think my biggest takeaway from watching EA, and one of the things that I love about EA is EA is a stud DB in his own right. So every time I hear him talk, I get to learn something, right? Like he's a great professor of football, but one thing that he was really complimentary out in terms of your game was that versatility, right? You're on the right side, you're on the left side, you're in the slot, you can do it all. How important is that for the modern DB, the DB in 2022, and we all know that
very well.